What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. God has been a true friend to me. So I worked out today. I did a show with the kosher clinician. Thanks for having me. But prior to the show, I finished the workout. I took a shower and had the music playing in the background. And Smokey Norfolk came on. I Need You Now. Now, as far as impact, I don't think I've ever made it. I can't make it through that song without shedding tears, right? Because somehow it makes me think about how I started, the things I've been through, and where I am now today. And when I was in second grade, I got my throat cut, right? Had an out of body experience, you know. Asked, my cousin was going to die. My mother picked me up, ran me to the hospital, and I'm still alive, right? But that was my first understanding of the belief, God is real, right? We will, it ain't over when we die in this form. And then subsequently, I've had a lot of good things happen, a lot of bad things happen. And a lot of people that are close to me are no longer here, right? And I remember losing my two best friends. Was my best friend, he got shot New Year's. And then 2 weeks later, my grandmother died, and she was my best friend. My other grandmother passed, when I was in high school. And I was raised predominantly by my grandparents. My granddad actually had a stroke, so I was living with my granddad and my grandmother when I was a kid. And I didn't take into consideration that the impact that people would have in my life and the impact that they would bring spirituality into my life, not necessarily church. And I realized as I got older that you're alone, but you're not really alone. And I've been in situations where I had to think about it like, maybe I don't deserve God's grace, but God gives it to me anyway. God's still a friend to me anyway. And I take that for granted that I don't say thank you enough. And definitely God deserves a thank you. So this is why this video is here. So what happened was, I'm sitting there, and I would have these, like, everything that I've thought, everything I've asked God for, from a pure place in my heart, He's delivered. And maybe not when I ask, because I realize sometimes when they say He doesn't come when you call, but He's always on time. He doesn't answer until you. He answers you immediately, but you don't get it until you're ready. You got to do the work. And a true friend allows you to go through the work and still loves you. And I realized in that moment He's a true friend. And when I said I had dreams, my family members and my friends die. I got to thank God because of the things that happened, like, having conversations with my best friend Mike after his passing that put me at peace. Having conversations with my grandmother put me at peace. My cousin got killed last year, and the irony of it was, one of my friends, Billy, died years ago. He was depressed, basically committed suicide. And I walked in the kitchen, and Billy was standing there, and it was like odd for me. I'm like, and I keep getting caught in those moments where it's odd. Like I'm still not accepting of the moment when it happens. Like in life, like in dreams, I get it, but when I have life moments, I'm still caught off awkward. My cousin died. I didn't find out until the morning he died that night, but he was ringing my doorbell. My doorbell was just ding, ding, and then I'm like, huh? And, nobody's at the door. And I got to thank God because basically, when these things happen, we have conversations, and conversations, moments, goodbyes. And how real is a friend to you to give you a goodbye that you probably shouldn't be getting? You know what I'm saying? So that's beyond the blessing part, but sometimes I think about, like I said, where I came from to where I'm at in the journey, and I realized, man, I remember one day we was walking in high school, me and a few guys from the team. We basically walking in the middle. We're walking into a gunfight. So the gangs warring or whatever, and we walking singing songs and blah, 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 blah. Not they're shooting this way and somewhat this way too. So we're walking into it, and you never know how blessed you are until you think about it in hindsight. You're like, we really just walked through gunfire, and we didn't get touched. You know, you know, things happen. Things happen for a reason, and I was blessed to have a child, and I asked God to be a father because I wanted to be one, and it happened. And now I'm gonna have the situation where I'm gonna actually get to raise him at the most critical point, and I really asked for that. So basically, I'm saying that even when you don't deserve it, even when you um, are not as in touch as you should be with God, He's a true friend still. We talk about keeping it, being solid and keeping it 100. Um, that's who we should be more solid and keep it more 100 with. So this is just my thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and I try. We out here. Peace.